Welcome to 2+0 Cooking, and we are making breaded pork chops today. If you've never made breaded pork chops before, then stick around. Hello, my name is B, and if this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. I make small, tasty recipes for me and my plus one out of our tiny apartment kitchen. Our recipes are small, easy on the budget, and easily scalable for more servings. So let's get going on this breaded pork chops. Welcome back, and we are eating high on the hog today. Out of all the different types of food I cook, I call this comfort food. I really love pork chops, but they are notorious for being very dry. So we are brining or using a marinade to add moisture and extra flavor. So let's get going on these breaded pork chops. I have 2 center loin pork chops that have been washed and then dried, just to make sure there's no bone chips left over from the butcher. These center loin chops are less than 1 inch thick and weigh 1.3 pounds together. They cost us less than $6 at Sprouts grocery store here in Fremont, California. I'm going to go ahead and take these pork chops and put them in the fridge so they stay nice and cold. So let's go to the stove and make our brine. So we have a hot saucepan here to make the brine. I like using a saucepan instead of a pot because of the surface area, and the brine can cool a lot faster. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns and 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds. So let's let those toast up so they can start releasing their oils. Then I'm going to add 1 1/4 cup of water based on a 2-cup brine, since I measured how much brine I needed to cover the pork chops. I'm adding a tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a tablespoon of vinegar. Now we'll stir the mixture so everything dissolves and all the flavors meld together. So after a minute or two, you turn off the heat and we'll just let this brine cool itself down. So let's go back to the counter. The brine is not so hot that you can't touch it, so we're going to go ahead and pour it into this container, or if you like, you can pour it into a plastic bag that can hold the pork chops and the brine. We're going to add the juice and the rind of 1/2 lemon, which I cut into 4 pieces. And I'm also adding 1 teaspoon of frozen orange concentrate, which is the same frozen OJ which I used to do our Orange Julius video. Now add 2 cups of ice, which is equivalent to less than 1 cup of water. So mix the brine until the ice is nice and dissolved and the brine is cool. Now we'll add the pork chops. Make sure the pork chops are covered by the brine. Cover the container with clear wrap, label it, date it, then place it in the coldest part of your fridge for 12 to 24 hours. We'll see you back at dinner time after the brine has done its magic. So it's dinner time and we're going to make these breaded pork chops. So let's start with the seasoning. I like to season the meat and not the breading because I waste less seasoning. In a bowl, we're adding a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, thyme, oregano, celery salt, black pepper, Italian seasoning, paprika, teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to mix up the seasoning thoroughly. Now sprinkle the seasoning all over the pork chops. Make sure you season the bone as well as the fat on the pork chop on all sides. So now pour about 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs on top of the pork chops and lightly press down on the breadcrumbs to make sure the breadcrumbs stick to the pork chops. And make sure you have breadcrumbs on all the outside edges, including the bone. Now flip the pork chop over and add another half cup of breadcrumbs and pat the breading down. Now we're going to drizzle about 1 tablespoon of olive oil on both sides of the pork chops. Now we're off and ready for the stove. Now you can pan fry or bake or a combination of both, or grill your pork chops, but the important thing is to make sure your pork chop is cooked thoroughly to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're using an air cooker like we are, then follow the manufacturer's instructions for cooking pork. So let's cook these breaded pork chops. I want a crisp crust, so I'm actually shooting for a little more than 160 degrees internal temperature, which is medium. The Superwave specifies 400 degrees for 16 to 18 minutes and turn halfway through with unfrozen pork. So I'm going to cook these pork chops at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 9 minutes. I'm going to flip them over, cook them for about 6 minutes at 400 degrees, and then after 4 minutes I'm going to turn it up to 480 degrees for the remaining 5 minutes just to get a nice crisp bark on the top. So our cooking time is up. I'm going to measure the internal temperature of the pork with a digital thermometer. So the internal temperature looks good, so we can go ahead and unplug the Superwave and allow the pork to rest on a rack plate. While the pork is resting, I'm going to reheat our carrot potato hash and Brussels sprouts so they are nice and toasty for plating. So let's get this plating done because we are hungry. We have our plate. Now let's add that beautiful center loin breaded pork chop right here. Let's add that nice garlicky carrot potato hash with pearl onions. Spread it all around. Oh yeah, these guys look great. Spread it all around. Oh, and then let's go ahead and add those Brussels sprouts. Oh, they smell nice and smoky. Yeah, spread those over here. Oh yeah, my +1 and I, we like sour cream on our carrot potato hash. So we're just gonna add a little bit of that on top. And then add a little dill. Oh, take a look at this awesome plate. Oh, the smells from this plate is a meal in itself. And I know my +1 is getting anxious because she can smell the pork chops and those spices. Yeah, let me go ahead and finish her plate and get that to her. So this is what we have. Take a look at my beautiful plate. Oh, unbelievable. And it smells unbelievable as well. Let's see how this breaded pork chops came out. Kind of like dying to eat it. I gave my +1 hers. Let's see how this goes. Looks good, it's cooked well through. It is great. This is good. What this really needs is some wine. And the pork chop being cut so thick, it's like you're eating a steak. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm really feeling this now. Oh yeah. Let's see what this Brussels sprout. Awesome. Totally awesome. With a thick cut like this, like 1 inch, a lot of the spices are on the end, but the brining, the flavor that you get is on the inside. I feel a nap time calling my name. Oh, that was really good. All that flavor and that bone. That's why I like putting the spices on the bone, because it really squeezes out all that flavor. Okay, I gotta go. So thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys come back soon. Have a great day. Hope you guys give this breaded pork chops a try. Hasta la vista. Have a good one. See you next time. Adios. Thank you so much for watching this video making breaded pork chops. If you like this video, then please like us below. There are also links on the screen for other 2+0- cooking recipes. Remember to subscribe and you'll be notified new videos every week. As always, I have a summary of this recipe below in the description. And also please visit our website, 2plus0-cooking.com. If you have any comments or ideas, then please post them below. We love hearing from our viewers and answering their questions. We also invite our viewers to share their ideas and recipes with each other in the comments section. Thank you for watching, looking forward to hearing from you, and see you soon. Beef out. As always, just because I'm not pressing record doesn't mean I'm not cooking. The following is a dish I made while editing this video. Enjoy!